Nerf's really dived headfirst into the world of high-performance blasters. Nerf's initial blaster in the Pro line, the Strife X, cost $120 and was pulled from shelves rather quickly. Now, Nerf's come out with an affordable mag and grip pump-action primary blaster. Let's see if the Torrent is worth your purchase or if it'll be another Nerf Pro flop. Anyways, let's get into the review. This product includes the Torrent blaster itself, of course, one 15-round magazine that is of a different design from the previous Nerf Pro magazine. This magazine is compatible with the Worker Angle Talon magazines. Other types of magazines will not seat in this blaster. The blaster also comes with 15 of Nerf's new Pro darts, which are of a new design. This also comes with Hasbro branded eye protection to stop you from damaging your eyes during play. Blaster overview. At the front of the blaster, we have the muzzle where your darts come out. This muzzle is not compatible with any attachments that I know of. Up top, we have a Nerf Pro rail. Down below, this massive white piece is the priming handle. Behind that is a trigger safety, which can lock your trigger. Behind that is the main firing trigger. It feels quite spongy, but works fine. The magazine well is where you insert your magazine. This blaster is only compatible with Worker Angle Talon form magazines. There is a magazine release on both sides for ambidextrous removal. At the back, we have an end-strike stock attachment point, which will seat any end-strike stock. There is also a cap to cover the attachment point when it is not in use. When you prime the blaster back, you have access to the jam door, which, spoiler alert, you're going to be using a lot. To fire the blaster, prime it back, insert a magazine, push forward, and pull the trigger. This blaster does not have slam fire. I received an average of 146 feet per second. This is a little low, but still perfectly acceptable for a pro level blaster. So overall, this is a pretty decent blaster for what Nerf's charging you. At the time of recording in July 2024, it's $29.99 and available at both Walmart and Target. It's a small, compact blaster that's pretty nice as your first pro performance blaster. As this is Nerf's first pro performance Springer, I'm not going to go too hard on it because Nerf hasn't had the time to perfect their Springers like Dart Zone has. That said, it does have a bunch of serious flaws that could have been addressed very easily during production. The previous Nerf Pro AccuStrike half-length darts do not work at all in this blaster. The barrel in this blaster is plastic instead of metal and thus has more friction than a typical metal barrel. The Pro AccuStrike half darts already saw decreased performance in other springers, but in this blaster they simply would not shoot out and were responsible for a lot of jams. This is due to the wider head design on the AccuStrike darts that causes too much friction with the barrel. I'd recommend sticking to the included darts or something like Worker Gen 3s to reduce the risk of jamming. Also, this blaster has a very grainy and ratchety prime. It's probably one of the worst ones I've ever felt, period, not just on a pro level blaster. I think this is a result of the massive priming handle not just being in one spot, but being in contact with a lot of the blaster. However, this isn't entirely bad. In order to make the blaster both pump action and top action for a cheap price, this is a sacrifice Nerf had to make. The grip is also very large due to the magazine wall being inside of it, and it would be very hard for a younger child or teenager to use. I have pretty long fingers, so I had almost no trouble using this, but if you have small hands, you're not going to have a fun time. If Nerf had made this blaster a bullpup instead of mag and grip, it would have addressed both of my design choice gripes. The magazine compatibility isn't too much of an issue, but I would have liked to see this blaster take talons. But anyways, this is still a compact, powerful blaster that's somewhat worth having in your arsenal. I like the direction Nerf is going with the Pro line, and I'm really excited to see what stuff they have coming up next. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.